It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And a guy that is often overlooked on this team is Julius Randle. Gives you a little bit of everything at his position. How do you view his development, Kenny, as a player?
Oh, he's a great passer for his size. You know, I haven't seen that many big guys who are able to play that fast and still read and react. Great, sees the game all around really well.
You know, I love his hustle. I love his attitude. You know, the way he brings these things to a one-on-one situation. Love this guy. You know, I'm a Laker guy, so really got to love the Lakers.
I thought you were a Heat guy.
I am.
I thought you were a Celtic guy.
I thought you were a Cleveland guy.
I thought you were a
An
Cavs
Orlando
guy.
Magic guy and a Phoenix Suns guy.
You're a man of the entire NBA.
That's right. Renaissance man.
And that does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
It's game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is the last stop for the 76ers before returning back to Philadelphia. And of course, Trevor Booker. This game for him, just his second game with his new team. Still a feeling out period for him right now.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin. Sixers coach Brett Brown says that Philadelphia reminds him of his hometown of Boston. He said the city has tremendous pride. The city wants winners. It's a tough, no-nonsense city. Nobody's sugarcoating anything. And I love that because you can just tell it like it is. My responsibility is to produce a team that plays hard. Guys?
Thanks, David. Right on the money. Philly's passion for sports is something that makes them so unique. Clark, tonight in this matchup, young teams, not a lot of experience. And there are tough things for these young players to pick up as they make their journey, I know, through the NBA.
You're really right on top of it there, Kevin, because young players tend to be more emotional, and that doesn't always serve you well. Being poised and calm and confident is what you see from veteran players. Understanding game situations and having the presence of mind to be aware in all situations is part of what sometimes isn't prevalent with young players.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Fultz and Luwawu team together to make the backcourt. Ben Simmons is out there with Saric. And it's Embiid in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Caldwell Pope. The wide open look here for Lopez. Sinks the triple. Lopez has got his first 3 points of the game.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
And Redick kicks to Simmons. Redick passes to Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
On defense, the Lakers. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
Now Ingram, after the missed 3 from Dario Saric. Caldwell Pope dishes the ball. Nance a screen on Reddick. Caldwell Pope kicks the ball. Hands it from downtown. Ball's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that. But he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
Outside for Simmons. They grab their own miss. Embiid. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
This is his first free throw of the game.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
At the elbow, it's Simmons. Shoots over Ingram. That one off the back iron and out. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Fultz. Lays it up off the glass. Fultz has got his first points of the night.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
It's stolen by Sharch. The dish now to Simmons. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Off the pick. And Simmons slams it in.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Nance dishes to Caldwell Pope. Lopez, a screen on Reddick. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Lopez. Good D by Embiid.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Sharch. Shot clock at 5. Fultz with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the 76ers.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Caldwell Pope with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Now Fultz following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And it's Simmons penetrating. And that misses. That would have put him up. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Los Angeles with another miss. The 76ers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Clark, as we were just talking about, it's an early part of the season, and teams are still adjusting to the players they've got on these rosters. And if you're a coach, how worried are you about wins and losses at this point of the season?
Well, you're always conscious of wins and losses. That's what you're judged on. But you also have to be balanced in your approach, understanding it's a long season and that you're going to be foremanning throughout the season as a team coming together, and that takes time. You just can't rush it. So you can't major in the minors. You got to keep your eye on the big picture and keep working towards who and what you think your team can become.
Lakers trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Now here's Simmons. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ball kicks to Nance. Lopez outside. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers leading by 6. Passes it to Šarić. Back to Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Kept alive. Another shot. Good D by Lopez.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Ingram passes to Caldwell Pope. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Now here's Šarić. He had 13 points in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Booker, he's checked in for Šarić. Anderson comes in for Simmons. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Hart. Bayless covering. Hart the pass to Kuzma. There's a screen. The pass to Hart. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Bayless. Embiid inside. Zubac's defending. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you know, you talk about an NBA body. Justin Anderson, 6'6", about 230 pounds. As I recall, he posted a 43-inch vertical in the NBA Combine. That's elite strength and athleticism.
And he can't get the first one. Clark, you know, it's interesting. The league is going towards small ball, but there's a demand for strong physical wings, and Justin Anderson certainly fits the bill.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. As more power forwards stray and navigate to the perimeter, you want guys who can defend shooting guard through power forward, and Anderson has the body strength and quickness to do that.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, you know, one of the things young teams typically struggle with is defense. I mean, no surprise that the Lakers have struggled in that area. A lot for them to clean up before they can battle with the big boys across the NBA.
Here's McConnell after the basket by the Lakers. Johnson the screen. Bayless from long range. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Bayless has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lakers trail by 7. And Clark, when you take a look at the Lakers' young core, do you see the potential for a top-flight defensive team?
Well, I think their talent is more tilted towards the offensive end. Still, I think they can become better by cutting down their mental errors defensively. and focusing on the defensive rebounding and getting back in transition. Those things are correctable, and I think the young Lakers will have a chance to improve in those areas.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-6 run. Inside, Johnson the screen. Here's Anderson. It's deflected. Booker against Randall. Pass to Kuzma. He feeds it to Clarkson. Zubac kicks to Clarkson. Bayless grabs the board.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's the call on Trevor Booker. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers trail by 7. Now here's Clarkson. 11-point game his last outing. Zubac the pass to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Large guard loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
Now here's McConnell. He's covered by Clarkson, and Booker kicks to McConnell. Back to Booker. There's the pick. And Trevor Booker last season with the best rebounding numbers of his career.
Well, you know, Kevin, that can happen when you play alongside Brook Lopez because he's a good box-out guy, but more than that, he's 7 feet tall and about 270 pounds and takes up a lot of space. Now that Lopez is gone, we'll see how Booker's rebounding numbers respond.
He misses the free throw. And we know just how important a player who can catch and shoot is to an offense. Clark, which players in the league are the best, in your opinion, in that regard?
I think you got to start with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, two of the very best, if not the best, shot makers we've ever seen in the league. The way they can catch and shoot it from deep, challenge, open shots, off the dribble, off the catch. Their shot-making ability is absolutely remarkable. J.J. Redick is a guy that can make shots as well, but those two guys, I think, are in the class by themselves.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Clarkson. Johnson, the pass to McConnell. He kicks it to Booker. Over Randall. Will not go. This is off the front iron. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Clippers.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Now, here's McConnell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Johnson. A shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Clarkson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Now, here's McConnell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Johnson. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They get it again. That gives them the lead. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Hart. With the floater. Rebound by the 76ers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
On up the court. Finish off the break. Hart's got his second bucket.
Now getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it to Bayless. Tries to snap the cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, when Bayless is on the attack, it's not easy to keep pace with him. He's really smart getting calls as he drives to the basket.
The 76ers have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
That's good from Bayless.
And, you know, I think veteran leadership traits that Bayless exudes, really the reason he's so highly revered around the league. Somebody that this team looks to both on and off the court.
Both free throws good from Bayless. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Clarkson. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles on top, up by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
The Lakers in the lead. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Booker out there with Anderson. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Johnson. And it's Bayless in at the 2. Here's Clarkson. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Clarkson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Lakers. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Clarkson. McConnell kicks to Booker. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process, enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
76ers trailing. And Anderson kicks to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Man, that's a powerful finish by Booker. He doesn't settle for the layup there. When he's clear and at the rim, he's punching.
Clarkson is screened on Anderson. Dishes it to Clarkson. The 10-footer. And he knocks down the jumper. Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter. The 76ers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's the screen. Booker the pass to McConnell. A 3-ball. But they recover it. Back to Booker. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Hart. And then for Philadelphia, Redick comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Fultz in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Fultz. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Here's Caldwell-Pope after J.J. Redick's bucket. Picked by Randle. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Booker, and it's Ben Simmons in for Anderson. Here's Fultz. 9 points last game out. Screen by Sharch. Now the feed to Redick. He dishes it to Sharch. Over Caldwell-Pope. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Sharch has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lopez a screen. Ball with a wide open look. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Lopez.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Fultz kicks to Redick. Simmons against Lopez. No good from Simmons. The Lakers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Caldwell-Pope, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and that quick first step that Caldwell-Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness. And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. Now with Caldwell-Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg, he usually draws the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down during the game. All around fantastic defensively.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both. Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players in the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder. Good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
Here's Simmons. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Simmons got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Now Simmons. He has 6. Screen by Sharch. Off the screen. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Nance. 9 points last game out. Ball no good.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now here's Ball. After J.J. Redick's miss, out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Fultz. Embiid with a screen on Lopez. Fultz dishes to Simmons. Looking for Redick. He gets it there. 76ers moving the ball around. Charge, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Nance a screen. Here's Ball. They get it back. A second chance effort. Some solid defense from Šarić.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Lakers trail by 4. Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Feeds it to Nance. Caldwell Pope outside. Ingram wide open. Drops in the tray.
You know, really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. You got to get a hand up, or he's going to bury it every time.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. The dish to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Good on the shot. Simmons got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Lopez a screen. Ingram dishes to Caldwell Pope. Nance a screen on Redick. Here's Caldwell Pope. Sinks that one from the post. 8 points for him.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. Screened by Šarić. Fultz the pass to Simmons. 6 to shoot.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
And the first one drops.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
And, you know, anytime your game is compared to LeBron James, that's a heavy mantle, no doubt about it. But, you know, with Simmons' size and point guard skills, I certainly can appreciate where people might make that comparison and can actually see some mild similarities.
On the free throw, no good. And Simmons at 6'10", a rare combination of size, strength, athleticism, and elite playmaking ability.
No question, Kevin. He's a drive and kick dime dropper supreme. I mean, this guy whips bullet passes with ease and great vision and plays downhill, too.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Now here's Ingram, guarded by Simmons. Here's Ball, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Ball showing you some nice physicality and strength there, Kevin, and you've got to have confidence in yourself to be able to draw fouls and play through contact like that.
And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow-through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now here's Bayless. He has 5. And the rejection by Zubats. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Anderson with the block.
Boy, great to see Anderson reject these shots. I mean, he's an excellent defender, very skilled at that end of the floor, and takes pride in being a shutdown defender.
And the dunk by Booker.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now, here's Ball. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend it.
LA has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. No good that time.
And I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
McConnell with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Bayless kicks to Anderson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Lakers in the lead. And here's the fast break. Pass to Hart. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it to Ball. Here's Hart, defended by Anderson. Caldwell Pope outside. There's a good screen. Down low. Here's Zubats. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Zubats has got his second basket of the game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Ripped away. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way for 3. Caldwell Pope. And no good that time. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Bayless. Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Drops. He ties it up.
And Trevor Booker is generously listed at 6'8". We call that a program height. But he is a quick leaper, so he plays bigger than he is. You let him get in close, and he'll punch that ticket on you.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Clarkin, as good as Booker is around the rim, he's looking to stretch his range out beyond the arc.
And that's a wise move for him as a player. Expand your range because you've shown you can make that shot, and I think that just makes him more valuable on offense.
Now here's Randall. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. They shoot again. Rebound by the 76ers. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Anderson dishes to Booker. It's stolen by Randall. Hart. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot. And we got our offensive rebound as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Caldwell-Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. The big men are Nance and Lopez. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And Larry Nance Jr., son of 3-time NBA All-Star Larry Nance, and both of them known for their big-time dunking ability.
Well, you know what I like to say, Kevin? You can't run away from the DNA. His father was the NBA's first dunk contest champion, and Junior has some highlight reel dunks of his own, especially that one everybody perhaps saw over Brook Lopez. What a punch.
You're right. And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second. And the Lakers breathed a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
And he makes that one.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Now here's Fultz. And the pass to Redick.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for Redick.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
And both free throws good for Redick. The Lakers in the lead. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Sharge. It's blocked. Here's Embiid. The Lakers shooting around 41% on the night. Ball with it. Now guarded by Redick. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
The shot by Redick, no good.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first three shots so far this half, slow start.
Here's Ingram. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's one for their first four to start the second half.
They get it back. Sharge outside for Simmons. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Redick against Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen. Nance passes the ball. Clock at 6. There's the triple. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Fultz dishes to Redick. He feeds it to Fultz. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 13. Embiid, no good. Ball kicks to Ingram to end the drought. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Los Angeles.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Ball kicks to Nance. There's the pick. Lopez right side. Caldwell Pope outside. Lopez sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Embiid. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Sharks, that's good.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now here's Nance. He's got 7. Now here's Ball. Nance sends a screen for Ingram. Over Simmons. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Ingram.
Well, I like the fact that Ingram is quite skilled in finding space off of screens. I mean, when there's a pick being set, you've got to keep your body on it.
Here's Sharch. And the shot no good, a bit short. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And the Sixers, Clark, this summer traded away a pick to move up and take Markelle Fultz. But still, they have a surplus of draft picks in the pipeline.
Great young talent, no doubt, guys, with more on the horizon. You know what? They've got a wealth of assets that should transform this Sixers team over the next few seasons.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Nance. He's got 7. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Embiid the screen. Over Caldwell Pope. Offensive rebound. And Embiid throws it down.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Now here's Ball. D right on him. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Ball's got 11 points.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Sharch. He's got 8. It's Redick on the wing. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Redick with a double team. For the tie. Lopez, no luck. Philadelphia leading by 3. Simmons on the wing. At the elbow, it's Sharch. From 13, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game. LA's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out the Lakers, 5 games behind.
And you know, for the Lakers, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
And Greg, unlike last year, they're taking the court every night, believing they can win this season, no matter who they're facing.
Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Johnson, the pass to McConnell. Over to the wing. Here's Anderson. And that misses everything. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Hart. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Picked by Randle. Right wing. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Here's Randle. It's good. This game is all even.
There's your bully ball right there. I mean, a lot of folks think that's all Randle is a bully baller. With those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
Now, here's McConnell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Booker kicks to McConnell. Back to Booker. They set the screen. It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
76ers shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. Another shot, and the rejection by Zubac. It's 2-on-1. Here's Randle, and he lays that one in. Randle's got 4 points now in the quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Anderson outside. To the left side wing. Bayless dishes to Booker. Back to Bayless. Lets the 3 fly. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Bayless has got 8 points.
You know, throughout Bayless's career, he's proven to be quite dependable from outside. If you don't get a hand up on him, he'll drop in that perimeter shot for you.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 11. Up top, Zubac. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Zubac. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
Bayless the pass to Booker. Now McConnell. He's defended by Randle. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Lakers on the break. Harton's running. No good on the 3. The 76ers trail. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Here's Here's Bayless. The rebound by the Lakers. Randall's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. To the left wing. Here's Hart. Cans the shot from the wing. 6 points for him.
Solid vision by Clarkson. Got it to his teammate in a great spot.
McConnell kicks to Bayless. Here's Booker. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Count it. Good. And now a 6-point Laker lead. 34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's McConnell. He's covered closely. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Anderson. The Lakers with the rebound.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, ending the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The 76ers trail by 6. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Anderson is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's T.J. McConnell. And there's Fultz. And it's Johnson in at the center position. Got a piece of it.
And a guy who blocks few shots. KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
Philadelphia shooting the ball at 42%. McConnell kicks to Fultz. Here's Johnson. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Randall passes to Zubac. Picked by Randall. Here's Clarkson. Sinks the triple. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Such quick ups, Clarkson giving the defense no chance to close out on it.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Clarkson. Anderson the screen. 5 to shoot. Fultz. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Passes to Kuzma. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clarkson up top. It's stolen by Fultz. And now the 76ers on the break. Fultz with the ball, and it's in there.
Man, I like how aggressive Fultz is. I mean, excellent breaking down the defense in the open floor with his speed. Fantastic work.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Timeout called the Lakers.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim, and above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Saric comes in for Trevor Booker. And Simmons, he's checked in for Anderson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one, guys.
The lead pushed to double digits. 19 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Charge outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, there is a saying now that is pretty accurate. You either sell success or you sell hope. And the process in Philadelphia may have been hard to watch, but it did give their fans hope for a better day.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And through all the losing, the fans in Philly have been pretty supportive of the Sixers' goals to draft star talent.
Yeah, and you know what? Thousands of fans coming out to watch the draft lottery is an indication of how optimistic and behind the Sixers these fans are. I mean, trust the process has been their rallying cry.
And so he makes both from the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here's Nance. Lopez, a screen on Simmons. And it's Ingram missing.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And Simmons kicks to Sharch. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 8. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
You know, one of the undervalued parts of rebuilding is finding talented players of high character. And that's one more thing I like about Brandon Ingram. I mean, he's unselfish, a good teammate, and he accepts input from his coaches.
And Ingram very quiet, very reserved, but Clark, he embraced the go-to role in his freshman season at Duke.
Yeah, and with his work ethic, the sky's the limit for this young man. He's humble, but very confident in himself.
No good on that one.
You know, Ingram shot over 40% from three-point range his only season at Duke. Didn't hit near that mark in his rookie season with the Lakers, but no surprise, he's got to learn how to get his shot at the NBA level. But I think he's going to improve in that area and be a heck of a player going forward.
Here's Simmons. Here's Fultz. The 76ers with another miss.
Obviously, I mean, it will go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Here's Embiid. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. No good from Simmons. And Ingram has struggled at the free throw line, both in the NBA and in college.
Yeah, and you know, I would agree with this assessment from scouts. Typically, free throw shooting percentage is really a little better predictor of a player's overall marksmanship. Still, I think Ingram's shooting will improve dramatically because he's got a nice looking shot, the mechanics. Now it's just about the quality of shots he gets and getting stronger, and he'll figure that out.
Here's Fultz. Larry Nance making his last shot. Fultz kicks to Embiid. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
Now here's Ball. He kicks it to Caldwell-Pope. Nance a screen. Lets a floater go. Lopez left side. And the Lakers check on 2 more.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Timeout called, the 76ers. And Larry Nance, Clark, one of the few young Lakers who's a positive at the defensive end of the floor.
Exactly, Kevin. Very impressive at that end. He's solid, understands positioning, and guarding his guy and helping out his teammates. Long and athletic and eager to get after it defensively.
The 76ers trail by 13. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Redick dishes to Embiid. And here are the 76ers now. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Lakers leading by 11. Ball, the pass to Nance. And here is Ball. Here's Ingram. Misses the 3.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
First one falls for him.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
And Embiid drops them both.
Well, you know, historically, the Lakers have been a glamour franchise and have been able to attract top-tier free agents. The temptation exists to skip any rebuilding and instead look to reload with new stars. We'll see if that pays dividends going forward.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Now here's Šarić. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. And Coach Walton has said when you build from within, you control your own destiny. What do you think, Clark? Should they build slowly but surely or look to land the big free agent?
Well, I think you do a combination of the two, but slow and steady usually wins the race. I know in this day and age we want everything microwave, but one of the questions for the Lakers is how many of these young guys have real star potential? Who are those guys you can build around? And if you don't see it, the temptation grows stronger to go out and try to find that ready-made star.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the basket by Dario Šarić. Shot clock at 5. Lopez. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Simmons. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts. You know, the motto in Philadelphia over recent years in the midst of one of the most patient rebuilding efforts in NBA history was trust the process. I love that. Hard to do, but certainly worth pursuing. And Joel Embiid has made it his nickname. Joel, the process, Embiid.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Clark fans know they can chant trust the process as Embiid is at the line. Do you like that nickname?
Well, it's more a bumper sticker than a nickname, and I like it though. I like trusting the process. As a nickname, I'd give it thumbs down, but clearly Embiid has given these Sixers fans a lot of hope for the present and future.
Now here's Fultz. And Šarić kicks to Redick. Right side Simmons. Now Ingram for 3. Caldwell Pope with the tip. Redick with it, dishes it to Embiid. Outside for Redick. And a miss there on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
They get the rebound. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
A lot of losing in Philadelphia. Just 47 wins over 3 seasons from 2013 to 2016. That's the second worst 3-year stretch in NBA history.
Lakers leading by 12. Now the feed the ball. And the shot goes down. And Clark, for the Sixers, it seems they're finally headed in the right direction.
Well, I think that's the benefit of patience and all of those high draft picks, Kevin. I mean, some people don't like how they did it, but they rebuilt the roster from the ground up, and I think it gives them a strong foundation going forward.
That one goes. Count it.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Nance. He dishes it to Ball. Drains the three-pointer. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
To the inside. It's stolen by Saric. No one near fault as he lets it go. Here's Embiid. No good. Shot missing. Nance with some nice D.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they've brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Lakers leading by 15. Ingram dishes the ball. Nance a screen on Simmons. They set the pick. Lopez a screen. Ingram passes the ball. Lopez outside. 4 on the shot clock. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
And the 76ers call time here. And Brook Lopez, one of the Lopez twins, 2 7-footers who were both drafted out of Stanford in 2008.
Yeah, and Brook went 10th, Kevin. Robin went 15th. That might be the best combined draft order of brothers in the history of the league. I mean, they've both become quality starting centers in the NBA. Brook more of an offensive player. Robin more of a Velcro kind of guy.
The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Fultz. Another shot, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Caldwell Pope kicks the ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
And folks, those are hops that you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And so it's the Lakers with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Saric. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's the Lakers now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Nance a screen. It's stolen by Fultz. And Redick kicks to Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 25 points in the game.
And you can see how comfortable Embiid is, feeling like nobody can guard him in the paint. And he's right.
Caldwell Pope dishes the ball. Nance a screen. Caldwell Pope against Redick. 5 on the clock. Fades away. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Lakers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
12 seconds left in the game. McConnell passes to Anderson. There's Bayless with the 3. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where does your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.